My name is Morgan Small, and I go to the University of Virginia, and I'm studying material science and engineering. When I was younger, I grew up near Cape Canaveral, Florida, and I was watching the shuttles go up for a good period of my life. So I'm not entirely sure what tipped the scale towards me wanting to be an engineer, but probably watching the rockets at such a young age. I've just always really enjoyed science, and at some point I learned what engineering was. I was like, oh, I want to build rockets. So that's kind of how it ended up happening. I don't know if not really. No, it wasn't specifically NASA. It was more just that, I always was aware of NASA because from age 5, I knew, oh, NASA's putting rockets in space. I knew that because I was watching it happen, right outside my house. But I think that the more time I spent here, I really think it was VASTS that changed that trajectory for me. I became very attached to NASA after my time at VASTS because I enjoyed the energy here, if that makes sense. There's a grand excitement and pride that a lot of people have here. People that work here genuinely enjoy their jobs and they want to be here. And there's a lot of passion in here. And people tend to be pretty happy here and go lucky and joking around, and there's a great social environment too. A lot of people become very great friends working on projects together. So I think that I fell in love with NASA at VASTS, and then I just got to come back. So what is next for me is hopefully I will get to stay here at Langley. My bosses are working on drafting up the paperwork now, actually, to hire me. So I'm very excited about that. And it's just been years in the making, because my first internship was in 2019. I did VASTS in 2018. And here I am in 2023, about to graduate from college and about to become a full-time worker at NASA. So that's kind of, that's my next goal, is to come out here permanently and to work out here for a very long time, or at least for a while, and then kind of see where life takes me. Something I think is really important is you are smart enough. Everyone here has imposter syndrome. My boss is a remarkably talented man. He's decorated. He has won multiple awards for his work and for his contributions to NASA's mission. And he still doesn't quite think he's smart enough to be here. And that's the first thing I want to say is everyone here has imposter syndrome. I have imposter syndrome. We all do. None of us think we should be here, but we all just sit down and do our work well, and don't let that stop you. My other bit of advice is something I tell often when I mentor, is that the world is going to say no to you enough. There's going to be plenty of things that you are going to want throughout your life that you can't have for various reasons. Don't tell yourself no. When I was 17, I had one email address given to me, and I sent a cold email, and I asked, and I built up a connection with this engineer, and he couldn't do anything for me, but I made a good enough impression that he sent me to someone else. And I guess what I'm saying is that don't be afraid to email somebody. Don't say, oh no, I'm not smart enough, or oh no, they won't want to talk to me, or anything like that. Don't tell yourself no, because sometimes you'll be surprised. I was surprised that it worked out for me, but sitting here, I can't stress enough. Do it. Take the jump. Just don't be afraid of that. And also, you don't have to have the most amazing grades in school to be a NASA intern. I mean, I did pretty well in high school, and then I went to a pretty good university, but my GPA at university is I think like a 3.1. I'm not a 4.0 student, I'm not this crazy academic, but I really, really enjoy engineering and being hands-on, and the ability to talk to people and to network and to put your ideas out in a way that are digestible to other people is a great skill. And NASA will look for people that are actually in the middle. They don't really want a lot of the people that are blowing the bell curve because they usually don't know how to communicate that well. So it's, don't be discouraged by that either. You don't have to be like a 4.8 GPA graduating from MIT person to get to work at NASA. They just want people who can do their job and do their job well. And a lot of people are capable of that, I think. So don't be discouraged. Don't tell yourself no. And this dream is attainable, no matter who you are. It's about putting in the work and not being afraid to take a risk now and then. A risk, I would even put it, with talking to as many people as possible.